Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the visitor's sideline, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys, well, they're struggling at this point in the year. Just 2 wins over their last 7. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And able to get this out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. To throw, here's Nix. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of the guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
To throw is Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what we're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Quick slant here to Smith. And a run past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
11 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
They'll go play action with Nix. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the Vikings 33-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27.
The Eagles at 10-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. From the 21, here's second and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Throwing Nix. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
First and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Brings up third and 8.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Touchdown! Davis Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
You look at this Eagle defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
they'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And the Vikings first down.
So Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mason on the draw.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 38 yards. And the Vikings, first down. 38 yards on the play. And the Vikings, first down.
Mason on the taunts. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Boy, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Now McCarthy.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Jerome Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
3rd and goal, McCarthy.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
For the Vikings field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Smith catches left side. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now it's Nix.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Saquon Barkley. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Nix.
It got his man complete. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down carry for Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead to give up the middle. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
12-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up
Second down. Here's Barkley again. Oh, nice move. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Eagles, first down. First down and goal to go.
Bigsby diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a first and 10. They'll start with a run by Mason. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On play action, now McCarthy. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 to first.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
That's another Vikings first It's a gain of 17 yards. First down,
On the handoff, McClellan. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Zach Baum there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is McCarthy. On the screen, this is Mason. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Kickoff for the Vikings.
Gets past one man. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And you can see finding the end zone hasn't been much of a problem for him. He enters his final week of the season as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Nix to the air. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Nix. He's got Brown on the out route complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Nix. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Working out of the gun is Nix. Open man has got it, the tight end. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Big pocket or back pocket?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
It's a gain of 5.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It all comes down to this. Week 18. All the playoff spots and playoff seedings will be locked up. Let's get into the highlights. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the New England Patriots. And this is Drake May. He's directing the offense well. This one goes for 29 yards, touchdown. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they host the Tennessee Titans. And here is Joe Mixon. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
To the air with McCarthy.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down. To throw, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw is Nix. This will be caught by Brown. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On play action, McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Now the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Looking to put a drive together. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Next from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And you build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get...
It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing Nix. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
A 48-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Open man, that's Fulton. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's another.
Mason going to get it on first down. And tough sledding. Going to get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. McCarthy completes this to Addison out left. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Here's McCarthy. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Jordan Addison. A gain of 5.
They'll hand it to Mason. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 5.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have a Vikings first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Vikings first down. A pickup of 2 yards.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Number 46. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 11-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. McCarthy operating from the gun. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now McCarthy. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They begin with a run by Barkley.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
Looking to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
gain of 23 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up second and 1.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on third and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Bo Nix
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He gets it to Addison. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
The Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
McCarthy off the play fake. A dump off for Mason. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is McCarthy.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 11. And that will be incomplete. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one.